So, since my last video on the wondrous Willy Wonka experience that hit Glasgow like a meteor over the weekend, there has been just a treasure trove of new information discovered, as well as some footage, even some interviews with those involved has come to light. So I'm going to cover it a little bit further. Now, without getting too much into CoffeeZilla territory, it's already been discovered that sure enough, House of Illuminati, the company that put on this event, is headed up by a known charlatan. But I will leave those kinds of videos for the journalist YouTubers. I'm just here for a giggle. I'm here to laugh at a ridiculous situation that will hopefully serve as a warning for parents in the future looking on Facebook for a cheap day out with the kids. As you can see, the still images that first made their way online, if anything, made this place look even more spectacular than it was. Now, this story has grown legs online. It's become international headline news, and with that have come memes. Perhaps the saddest image from the whole affair was the so-called Meth Head Oompa Loompa, who, to be fair, that it does look like a meth lab that she's standing at. Now, she has come out with an interview with Vulture, stating, and I quote, "It was listed on Indeed. I don't normally get my acting jobs through Indeed, but I just thought, alright. To be honest, I was a wee bit sceptical because it was not through an agency. They were offering £500 for 2 days of work, so I decided to go." Incidentally, by the way, for this kind of acting gig, 500 quid, £500 for a couple of days work is not too shabby, by the way. So if the con artist responsible for House of Illuminati is by any chance watching this and looking for a Reaper type character, I don't know, some kind of chocolate death, something like that, hit me up. The actress who portrayed the Oompa Loompa, her TikToks have also helped to shed a little bit of light on the situation. As it turns out, there was a script provided to the actors and actresses who were to perform at this Willy Wonka experience. Now, the script was quoted as being 15 pages of AI generated gibberish. Now, this script has apparently made its way online, and if this is the real thing, then this is absolute quality. I would recommend that you check up. I'm just going to read you a little bit just so you can get an idea. There you go, you can see. My favourite thing about this script is the audience reactions, which are specified within the script. As you can see, a murmur of intrigue spreads through the crowd as Willie McDuff, our Willy Wonka stand-in, our Scottish Willy Wonka. And let's not forget our secret inventions, the soup-flavoured jelly beans designed to keep the wee ones clean. Hot and spicy beans that, lowers his voice, attracts the birds. Winks to the children. That's a story. I'm not going to keep doing the voice. That's a story for another day, or perhaps a question for your parents. The audience chuckles, appreciating the playful innuendo. I'm not going to... This is absolutely fantastic. Maybe I should get some of my actor friends together to act this out. But yeah, I'll leave that with you. If you want to read on, pause and read on. It is fantastic. In fact, do one better. Search it up online, because it's absolute comedy gold. Now, one of the highlights that this AI script produced was a made-up villain called The Unknown, an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. Now, the actress claiming responsibility for this character has taken to TikTok, although her claims have been met with some skepticism.
Hi guys, I just thought I'd do a quick video because, as some of you know, I was the actor who was hired to play the unknown in the Willy Wonka Glasgow experience. It was kind of funny because just before the doors opened, you know, I turned to the guy who played Willy Wonka and I was just like, I took my mask off and I was like, mate, like what do us actors get ourselves into? I think I looked cool. Yeah, the living in the walls thing wasn't my idea. I originally wanted to live in the toilet, but it's actually a lot harder to get into a toilet than you'd imagine. I brought that mask from home. Children were crying, not denying that, but you know, if you could see into their eyes like I could, you would have seen that they were understanding this as quite a powerful piece of theatre, you know, as well as being traumatised. The unknown. And at the end of the day, got you all talking about it, didn't we? My career's over, innit?
Apparently, in the original script, there was a vacuum cleaner that would be used to vacuum up this Babadook-type creature. However, there was no vacuum present on the premises on the day, so that was taken out of the script at the behest of one of the actors. Who was this actor? This person who put their creative foot down, trying desperately to bring some sense of thespian craft to these proceedings. That's right, it was none other than Big Willie himself. And he has come out, and I've got to say, it's a riveting testimonial from Willie.
I think it was a world of pure imagination, in that you had to imagine that it wasn't a half-abandoned warehouse in Glasgow. It was an absolute disaster from the start of the day to the end of the day, really. It's the day started and nothing was remotely magical, or I mean, there wasn't even chocolate. Like, a chocolate factory would be chocolate, but we were told to hand out a couple of jelly beans and a quarter of a cup of lemonade to the children. So they didn't even get chocolate. So I would say that the script was a disaster because it was clearly AI generated. So it was just gibberish. One day to learn 15 pages of gibberish. It was, yeah, and by the end of the day, the police were called. You know, people were shouting. They were, yeah. So the event lasted until, I would say, about 1-2 p.m., something like that. It was supposed to last until about 8 p.m. at the night. So the funny thing is I'd been playing Wonka at this point. I was supposed to get regular breaks, but I had a break, and I've been playing Willy Wonka for about 3.5 hours, to the point where I didn't know where I ended and Wonka. I was now like a Heath Ledger level, like method acting Willy Wonka by this point. So a few of the others came and was like, "You need to go on a break. Like, go on a break, recover for a minute." So I'd gone outside. And just stared into space for a bit and just thought about how, bad my life choices are at this moment. And then when I came back after lunch was when it had gone a bit crazy. So they'd closed down the event. It was a mob of angry, rightfully angry, I'll add, parents and children crying, parents upset. There was shouting, there was people being threatened. I made my way back into the venue, and it just descended to a point where people were running everywhere. People were doing things on their phone. They were putting their phone in people's faces. Kids. There was a little girl dressed as an Oompa Loompa crying, which saddest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Now, of course, refunds were demanded by pretty much everyone involved, and some footage has come out of some of the parents, some of the families that were present that day, having words with some of the staff. So let's have a look at that. Public service announcement. So, for those of you listening who do not have the pleasure of being from Scotland, you are about to hear some authentic Glaswegian accents. Now, I'm not going to subtitle them. Believe it or not, they are speaking English, but I feel if I was to subtitle them, it would be... I can't be bothered.
We guarantee a full refund starting from Monday.
No,
okay, if you do not receive the refund...
I'm going to call the police.
If you don't receive the refund...
Because you are now into liquidation, you are no longer a company.
No,
is that why you don't have pictures up of your stuff?
No.
It's actual full shuttle stuff you've got up.
We use artificial intelligence to obviously generate...
So you're a fake?
No, absolutely.
You're a fake, that's why you don't advertise exactly what the thing is about. That's what I said, there's not enough information about it on Facebook, nothing, or on the website, nothing.
Is that why you hired bouncers, because you knew we were all going to kick off?
These guys don't, these guys are like the caretakers of the building. You're like the building people. You've got nothing to do with them, and you get rid of it.
So why should
Yeah. No, thank you. No, nothing. So it's a scam. You've scammed children.
I've done nothing.
These have scammed kids. That's what they've done. It's a total scam.
If you could start using they, because I'm fuck out today with them and I'm on that camera and you're pointing at me and you're accusing me of something I'm not today with.
But you're here, you're part of the venue.
I've been hired off the venue.
No, I have nothing to do with it.
So again, for the purposes of clarity,
But he's for the company.
he's for the company.
He's the company, not that woman.
Thank you for
Right,
your
we
time.
need it right.
Thank you for your time. Do you think you're going to get rid of us? If you looked at the queue along here with people, parents and their children.
Well, we need it right.
No, you're not fucking sorry.
Writing.
Yeah, pal.
Oi.
You're lucky because
Come
the
back.
cameras out, because that's fucking rigged all your boot.
Come back.
So yeah, this story has got bigger than I ever thought it would. Like I say, it has grown legs and wings online. But yeah, I think that's it. Until more stuff comes out, I will probably cover it again, because this is bringing me so much joy, this story, for it being local as well. But yeah, that's it.
Ta-ta! And farewell.